think we're good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 93 of Fall As They May, where we definitely always start on time and don't have to wait for people to fix their microphones, or people to
Come
show up,
on.
or have to call people in order to get them to wake up because they had a traumatic family incident, and then they tell you about that family incident. Never.
Let's probably not say that on stream,
it's
Eric.
okay. Well,
It was me.
David's recovering from something, but it's okay.
I said it was me.
That's why David isn't here.
We're friends, Chris. We're gonna protect you.
We're friends, Chris. Don't worry about it.
I can't believe you're just
We'll form a wall around you and do this.
jumper cables like that.
Do a little dance around Chris.
We'll do a little dance.
So, last we left off, the favored few had decided to take up Malteris' offer and got quite a bit of information besides the technical difficulties that we were having in the last session, which hopefully won't come up this session. I am really hoping. For Lukeover, there might be some technical difficulties because he has snowstorm outside that is making his internet go into the garbage.
Spoiler there, everyone. Polar vortex is coming for the Midwest, baby.
Gear up!
But after discussing these events with, or discussing these things with Malteris, learning a bit more as to at least the history of how Tremor came to be in the service of the Fifth, and learning that Tremor does not appear to be possessed in any way by this. This appears to be This appears to be a conclusion he reached over many, many years of speaking with the Fifth, and feels that in his knowledge that this is the best way and the best methods by which to heal the world, come what momentary destruction may. After this conversation concluded, they were presented with a number of gifts as loans from Malteris, stating that these will be expected to be returned to him upon the conclusion of the fight, and should they die during this fight, their next of kin will be expected to return the items to him. Or he'll come and recover them himself, whichever is more convenient for him. After which, they returned back to the surface, or back to the material plane, and back to their lodging to discuss what their next plans of action would be. So as you guys enter, you will hear what sounds like some rummaging going on towards your kitchen.
Who's in the kitchen?
Do you go look?
I'm going. Yeah.
Alright, you go over, and as you kind of poke your head in, you will see that Nadia is currently in the process of cutting up some of the dry meats that she seems to have procured into just kind of snacking meats.
Making a charcuterie.
Basically, yes.
Can I help?
Yeah. She does, as you didn't enter quietly, she notices, she just looks over and says, "Oh, hello. You're back.
Hi.
I trust everything went
Yeah.
well."
Strange food, but other than that, it was all fine.
I was just in the process of making snacks. If you, I'm trying to remember. I think I gave her a French accent. I'm very certain I gave her a French accent. I'm trying to get back into that because I'm terrible about, like, in the moment forgetting accents. I'm almost certain, so I'm gonna try to go with that. Says, if you're hungry, I don't know what kind of food you had, but
I think asking Goo would be more interesting than asking me.
I'll be sure to do that. And she'll grab the platter as she kind of finishes cutting up the last few bits of meat and makes her way out of the kitchen. She'll say, if you're looking for Xander, he made his way upstairs. I believe he's just making sure his equipment is alright.
Got it. No. Go with Xander.
You go ahead and make her subs. The rest of you, kind of getting your bearings, putting your stuff down, going over the new things that you've acquired. You see Jeremy and Matthew kind of also just taking their armors off, removing their masks, and just kind of resituating themselves and getting comfortable again. Nadia will enter the study as you guys are just kind of getting things situated. So, hello everyone. I made a snack if anyone would like something. Also, Morten, I heard that you had quite an interesting treat when you were visiting the Nine Hells. Now I'm German. This is what we're going with. I don't know.
Oh yes, wonderful! I ate the human soul.
The thing is like I can start. I have to get better at this. I can start French, but then it'll just slowly become German out of nowhere.
I had a nice bratwurst.
Man, it's like they share a border.
But going with German.
I feel like I've done that enough times it may have rubbed off on you.
No, like that's the thing is like even beforehand when I try to do a French accent, it'll just slowly devolve and I'll become German.
sort of keep going that direction until you like circle the world, and then eventually you're back.
Eventually we'll go back. I'll go from German to Russian, Russian to Australian, even though they don't share a border. It'll just end up that way.
They could share a border.
It's fine. I'll go with German just because I have to work on my French. So anyway, shall say I heard you have the very interesting snack while you were in the nine house.
I'd rather not talk about it. I mean, I can if you want, but I'm just trying to forget that it happened.
She'll look over at Matthew and Jeremy, who kind of like give her the look of, "We'll tell you later."
I'm actually going to try to get near to her and kind of whisper in her ear, "He ate a rock."
Are you trying to be quiet about it, or are you just
Yes!
stage whispering? Make a stealth check. Why not?
First roll of the day.
Can I make an active perception
Yes,
check?
you can make an active perception
check
check
in that direction.
as you see Daytona approaching Nadia.
And you're B29.
14.
So she'll get close, and you'll just hear Daytona go, "He ate a rock."
It wasn't a rock.
It was a rock lobster.
Rock was involved. The human soul on it tasted like mint.
I'm sorry, you ate a human soul?
I didn't want to, but sometimes demon.
Are you feeling okay?
I mean, there's a mild sense of panic, but nothing bad has happened yet, so I don't know.
Do you want someone to keep an eye on you, just in case?
Yes, very much so.
I'll take it upon myself. I can't believe you ate a soul. Oh.
I'm gonna look over to Goo and just go like,
Hey, have some dried beef. Might make you feel better.
I mean, as long as I don't, like, possess the beef. I'll eat a piece of dried beef.
It is a piece of It is a piece of dried beef, a little better than what you would find in your rations. It's jerky, so she'll kind of place the board down. Ezreal, as you kind of make your way upstairs, just faintly hearing the laughing from Nadia as you make your way upstairs. You will find one of the guest rooms that Xander had taken for himself. He's currently in the process of... He has a set of glasses on. You can see that his eyes look a little bit larger in them. And just at a quick glance, you come to realize that these are spectacles that are intended to just kind of magnify one's vision. As he's currently in the process of... he's disassembled his flintlock, or he's disassembled his pepper box, and is in the process of kind of just retightening things. He's just doing maintenance right now.
Knock, knock.
No. Oh, you're back. Come in.
Oh, come in.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Everything work out?
It surprisingly did. We got a bunch of loans from the demon prince.
You didn't sign a contract, did you?
No, not that stupid.
Good.
Though I didn't see what Daytona was doing.
Right. We may have to talk to her about that. Alright, so... Anything useful? Besides the loans.
A lot of information. We'll fill you in once you're done. Don't want to interrupt you too much.
You're not interrupted much. I can talk and work at the same time.
Alright. Explain stuff. I don't know what exactly to bring up. Just, generally
Whatever you think
information
is
we learned
relevant.
about Tremor.
All right, so you want to just kind of spend the next 30 minutes explaining everything?
Yeah, just while he's working on his stuff.
Okay.
Just like sit on a dresser and like kick my feet while I'm explaining.
All right, so you'll be talking to him, kind of just explaining everything to him. During these 30 minutes, as you guys are downstairs, um, say whatever you guys want to do during that time.
I am taking the time to find Hornet, remove the saddle of the Cavalier, and also probably work on removing the actual armor of
Okay.
the horse
Yeah.
before beginning the process of putting on the new armor.
Trying to figure out how it works.
Basically, yeah.
All right, so it takes a while. It takes 10 minutes to doff plate armor, but
Mhm.
removing the saddle is an easy feat. But you spend some time outside, kind of removing everything, and as you kind of are looking at this very odd stack of thin plates, like how the hell is this supposed to work? You kind of just start unfolding it. Eventually you kind of get it all splayed out, and you start to see like, okay, so this is how this rests. This is how it goes over his head. Um, and at first you're looking at this and you're like, how is this supposed to offer any protection? It's there's not really any straps that like would attach to him like you would see with normal armors. It just kind of is loosely flowing in the breeze. But as you kind of get the last bit of plates into place, you actually watch as the plates kind of snap to his body all the way um, around his legs, around his torso, around his neck, and just kind of form fit onto him. The plates themselves are a very dark, almost scorched iron, which does look a little like it's almost been damaged in places, though you start to realize that just is kind of the design of these plates. Um, and as they snap on, you watch as the armor begins to kind of emit this soft reddish black glow to them. That's just kind of constant.
All right.
Hornet's
Once
kind
the
of
armor is on,
Hornet's kind of taken aback by the glow, especially because it's kind of just above his eyes, so he can see it. So he's like, what is this?
Right. Like I am gonna cast Speak with Animals and attempt to try to like ask questions of Hornet, like, "Are you
So
okay?
as you cast Speak with
Feel
Animals, before you're able to ask anything, you just hear Hornet going, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" As his head just kind of moves around.
Um, a gift from a friend. It's like the armor that you had, except this. Do you feel fine? You're not warm or anything in there, right?
He's kind of like you see like he's kind of like doing that like little horse trot where he's just kind of stepping in place. Um, though in the moment it's not like one of those cute little moments. It's genuinely like he's like, I don't know how to feel in this situation because this is something new.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes a moment and he's like, it's a little weird. There's light all over me.
Yeah, that'd be a bit of a deal if we were to ever get to a fight. But then again, we are already at the front of most things when we're in a fight.
Is it safe?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay. I trust you.
I know you do, and that's why I wanted to ask you another thing. You know how I often try to change how you look,
Mm-hmm.
where you become that bird that with the wings and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, I was curious if this is a very odd question to ask a horse. Um,
Any question is on to ask to a horse.
What's your opinion on the global economy?
You like GameStop?
Yeah, GameStop.
would
I don't
you
care about GameStop.
would you be okay with having wings all the time?
He looks at his back. Looks at you. I don't have wings.
Well, I know, but when I do what I do when we fly in the air,
But
but
that's only
if
short time,
what
right?
right, but would you be okay with it being longer?
Are you gonna turn me into a bird forever?
Like no, not a no, 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 not a, no, 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 not a bird, not a bird, not a bird. It's going to be you. You'll
Okay.
just have wings now. And I'm wondering if you're okay with that.
He thinks for a moment. If that's what you want.
Buddy, buddy, no. This is not a me decision, all right? If there were anything that I've learned from this experience, I should not have sole choice over someone else's decision. I know you trust me, big guy, but I'm asking you. I'm asking if you're okay with doing this. And if you're not okay with it, you just tell me.
1 second. I need to check something real quick. He'll just kind of, if a horse could shrug. Oh no.
Wish for the DM.
Mhm.
Under normal rules of polymorph, could I change Hornet temporarily into a Pegasus?
No, because a Pegasus is not a beast. A Pegasus is celestial.
Uh huh. So if I were to do it, it would burn the 9th level. I don't want. All right.
I mean, all you have to do is hold concentration on it for an hour, and then he
I know
becomes
that's
a Pegasus.
that's the point, but it's also burning a 9th level. I'm not sure if we're gonna be
Well,
doing
I
anything
mean,
stupid.
we could just rest.
Can you? Are you sure? You don't know. Maybe you could. Maybe you couldn't.
Rick! I want to put a ninth level too.
Sowing the seeds of doubt.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd be able to pull it off.
Well,
What do you want to do?
Well, let's finish up here.
uh, this might take a lot out of me, but I'm just gonna try this on you for a little bit, and then if you still feel uncomfortable with it, or if you're not okay with anything, like you'll tell me. So here I go. I'm gonna start thinking and trying to think about Hornet with wings,
Okay.
of being Pegasus, and I am casting True Polymorph on
Sure.
Hornet.
All right. So Hornet will kind of just stand there for a moment as the polymorph spell takes hold. For you, it's much more powerful magic than you're used to wielding. And as you kind of concentrate on Hornet, you will see his body will start to glow again with a very similar energy that you have when you usually cast polymorph. However, much more visible now. And in almost an instant, you will watch as his coat turns from his darker brown coat to a very vibrant white. His his back, the plates will kind of adjust, and he will sprout two large wings from his back. And his mane will go from that darkened brownish black to a flowing silvery mane, and his body just constantly gives off this and it almost contrasts to the darkish red black aura of the armor. His body gives off this very beautiful silvered ambient glow to it. Or it will kind of look down, look on his back, walk around. Point of note, you can no longer understand him. Because he is no longer a beast. He's celestial.
Great.
So
don't
as
they?
as the polymorph
doesn't
spell takes, as the polymorph spell takes, and you try to talk, you realize you can no longer understand a word that he's saying.
And
Does he speak Celestial?
He doesn't speak. He understands Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, but he cannot speak.
Oh no!
Oh no! Well, you could do the yes or no thing.
Oh yeah,
he
there's
does have an intelligence. He also has an intelligence of 10 now. So he is an average intelligence creature as opposed to the -2 that he once was. Or sorry, the -4 that he was at. This is a whole new world for Hornet.
Yeah. So like the introduction of like how you feeling, how's it going?
So as you
Probably
say,
hear a horse.
Yeah,
Go.
because you're
Wait.
talking to him and you realize like your spell is still in effect. Like you can still feel the Speak with Beast spell on you, and you're like, and then like you slowly begin kind of connecting the dots, and eventually you get to your conclusion.
Oh shit. Oh no, this is a bigger problem that I hadn't anticipated. Oh no. Actually, no. If True Polymorph is a concentration spell. No, it's not.
Do you
Okay,
want to
never.
drop it immediately?
Well, no,
Concentration on a 9th level spell.
But speak with animals is a concentration spell as well.
So you'd feel the so you'd feel it swap.
Okay, so never mind.
Yeah.
Reverse. Probably would have went. Oh shit! I can't really speak with them. But yeah, like Luke's saying, yes, no. Is this good for you? Do you need like a little time? Do you even know what I'm talking about?
In stark contrast to the more like kind of like shakes and nods that you'll actually see Hornet like think for a moment, like he's actually thinking, and he'll say, and he'll go, as if he's actually having like a solid thought in his head.
All right. So this is different territory for both of us. If you would like, you can explore yourself for a little while. I'm going to go back inside, and I will be back here half hour max, and we'll
I'd hope
try
it's an hour
to
max,
make...
because in an hour he becomes a Pegasus permanently.
What?
You have an hour, so you better remember to come see him before that hour's up.
That's gonna be a problem.
Uh,
Uh,
so you'll see he's kind of just
uh,
like walking around, getting used to his new build. Let's take a look really quick. So he's let me take a look. Take a look at Hornet's stats real quick. So Hornet is just as strong as he was. Constitution's actually improved,
Mhm.
but because it's true polymorphed, he actually lost hit points. He went down 7 HP. He has a higher dexterity. He has a better wisdom, and a much better charisma. Literally everything about him is better. He even has some saving throw
Right.
proficiencies.
It's just a matter I can't talk with Buddy no more.
That's sure. Well, he can. He can understand you. He can
Unfortunate.
understand you just fine. But yeah, you cannot have like a full conversation with him anymore. But you'll go back inside as Hornet kind of is getting used to the form, like stretching his wings out, kind of learning how to use those muscles. Because I mean, yeah, you got to think about that. If you're true polymorph, you kind of have to learn how to do all this now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
As Daytona does go inside, there's just going to be a moment before opening the door, just that moment of panic and like worried, and before
So
everything's fine, everything's normal.
as you guys kind of look out into the backyard, you can see a Pegasus where once Hornet was. Around this time, you would just be coming downstairs. Ezreal.
Alright. Is that a Pegasus?
What?
Outside.
Oh shit.
Is that one of Asta
yeah.
Florence's?
Oh sure, because Aster Florence has the armor that I put on it. Obviously.
You're right. Is that Hornet? What
If
happened?
Hornet. Yeah.
He's so
Uh,
pretty.
Yeah. I'm just a little worried about what's gonna follow. Because I can't
What do
necessarily
you mean?
talk with him. Like, not in the way that I used to.
Oh, Celestial. We've all been there.
What do you mean? What do you mean we've all been there? Who did you change to make Celestial? Who did you do?
That's called a joke, Daytona.
It's really hard to tell what's a joke and what's actually happening with this group, truth be told.
Dude, did you get a butt cake?
Nice.
Nice.
Funny joke, end of the world. Ah.
Wait, Luke got a present from his friend. What's that?
Muffin.
Oh, muffin.
Cupcake.
Oh, cupcake. Okay.
I make a little sandwich out of the the schmella. Anyway.
What is
Yeah, anyway.
what is that?
S'mores.
It's a s'mores cupcake.
Ooh.
As you guys are like just I'd say you guys are roughly around approaching dusk at this point. Just the time difference between the planes and the time it took you guys to have your conversations.
Nathan is using.
Aster has fucked off upstairs. Aster's just gone upstairs to recuperate and kind of get used to his new things.
Nathan's unattuning the cloak first and replacing it with the protection.
Okay.
Saying them in order just in case you have plans to like have something nuke the house. Just in
totally.
case.
So what would you guys like to do? Is there anyone you guys want to go see? Is there anything you guys want to do in this time?
I gotta go to the store. Oh, fuck, that's 5,000 gold I gotta spend. Oh,
I will also go with Ezreal to the store.
I don't have 5,000 gold anymore.
Now, when
Jordan.
Now, when you
What if
say,
Would you like to borrow some?
I mean, I guess you mean go to see Mafi.
Yeah.
All right.
Want to buy 5,000 gold worth of potatoes?
All right.
What's this 5,000 gold Jordan
Nathan,
thing?
Would you like to join them?
Wait, what? Uh
Nathan and Daytona, would you like to join them?
oh. You know what? Sure. Sure.
I think so. Nathan doesn't really know the area well, I believe, so it makes sense to get some better understanding of exactly where he is.
Okay, so
Where they are.
As you guys are kind of discussing and you're getting ready to leave, Nadia will say, we'll have food ready for you when you get back.
Thank you.
I know you just ate not too long ago, but for the rest of us, it's almost dinner. And we did buy some supplies.
So,
Just be careful. Remember, things are still heavily watched.
can imagine so.
As you guys kind of make your way out and towards the market area that you guys have been to so many times before. Nathan walking through, you see not so lively as you had imagined street. There's a couple people walking around. There's guards posted basically every other building that are just on high alert, just in case anything happens. They kind of take notice of you, but just kind of disregard you in the moment. As you guys make your way to the colorful front entryway of Mafi's shop, entering in for the first time for Daytona. You've never been here before, right?
I think only once, and even then, that was like a passing.
Yeah. So Nathan, for the first time for you, as you enter into a building that is painted a very vibrant yellow, with rainbow polka dots that adorn the walls. The ground, the wood in here is very dark in contrast to its surroundings, and there are shelves lined up with various magical oddities that adorn them. Very plainly, though, you can see at the front counter is a man in a jester's costume, with a gnome with darker skin and shock white hair that's kind of just all over the place. And you can see he's currently in the process of mulling over a couple of books that he has in front of him. He's kind of looking, not really taking any stock of his surroundings in the moment.
Hello?
Oh, hello, friends. It's been a while. Well, I guess not too long, but it's been a while, for me at least. Please, come in. You're all looking well.
We're feeling well.
That's great news to hear. I'm glad everything's worked out for you. Who's your halfling friend? You're new. He'll jump down. He'll like kind of jump up onto the counter and kind of front flip over it. Kind of just stand right in front of you, arms crossed. And it's been a while since you've had like in your travels. It's been a while since you've had conversation with someone around your height. So it's kind of like you kind of actually can look each other in the eye at eye level, and it's like, hello. Oh, you're muted. I can't hear you, Sushep.
Hello.
There we go.
I could hear the swear even though I couldn't.
Exactly.
Delighted to meet you. I'm Nathan.
I am Mafi. Pleasure to meet you. And he'll take your hand and very, very vigorously shake it.
I'll try to meet his enthusiasm like
Like, oh wow, this is a bit more than I thought it would be. You've come to my shop. I assume come looking for. Where did you get that? As he looks at Yugu, as he sees the new demonic glaive you have in your possession.
A friend.
I feel like that's as good of an answer as I'm going to get, but that is quite a piece.
A demon guy.
A,
I wasn't really paying attention in the moment.
a demon.
It's a long story. I mean,
And one I would very much like to hear.
he gave me this, and I'll show the holy symbol.
His eyes kind of like train on it, and you see them just go wide in surprise.
So he can't be all bad.
Alright, you are not leaving my shop until you tell me exactly what happened. And he'll climb up over onto the desk and just kind of like kick his leg. He'll just kind of like lay stomach first, his head resting on his hands, his legs kind of getting kicked up behind him. Go ahead.
Well, Goo ate a rock for his.
I didn't eat a rock.
Look, I cannot be the only member of this party that has eaten a rock.
Are you really that self-conscious about it? I'll eat a rock.
Okay. Go.
Well, I don't have a rock on me.
Alright, so I'm assuming you guys are going to take some time and explain to Mafi everything that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just gonna keep fighting about rocks.
Alright. So you guys take some time speaking with Mafi, explaining everything, and he seems enthralled by your story. As you guys kind of go over everything, even the stuff of, like, and kind of go into a bit more detail about the fifth tremor and everything. He'll say, well, it makes me worried to think that he's had so much time to plan all this out. It might be a bit more dangerous. But regardless, I'm glad everything worked out. Just be careful with those things you got, and I still don't fully understand how we got a hold of that. As he points to your holy symbol, Ezreal. But we'll cross that.
He didn't
bridge at a
explain
different
too
time.
much.
Anyway, you've come to my shop, and what exactly are you looking for?
Diamonds. I need a fuck ton of diamonds. All right, hold on. Let's see. How
Diamonds would be
I get
useful.
one. I get one free use of what?
Revivify through the wings, yes.
Yeah, one free use of revivify.
Does Dustin just sleep on the floor while you're playing D&D?
In my bed.
Okay.
Stop. Okay. Revivify.
I like that you were making sure you knew where your cat was, Susha.
She's in a sunbeam. I'm not gonna bother her.
Okay, let's say let me get something to write this down on. My tax forms.
Ah, perfect. You don't need those.
Ah,
Oh,
who
yeah.
needs
Oh,
taxes?
speaking of tax forms, did you guys know that apparently you're supposed to, if you get loans, you're supposed to record them on your taxes? I didn't know that.
Y'all.
Eric
Already
committing
submitted my
tax fraud.
No, it's fine. When they tell me it's incorrect, I'll fix it.
Eric's committing tax fraud. All right, so
That's not how that works.
Not intentionally.
You'll straight up it'll just be like you fucked up. Pay this.
So I'll get 300 gold diamonds.
Okay. He'll kind of pop into his chest, which for Nathan, the first time you've ever seen this, you watch as he opens what looks like this costume chest. He will leap up into the air, kind of do a spin, and he'll kind of hook his legs onto the side of the box, and he'll just disappear into it. And he'll be there for a moment. and then you'll watch his legs, his feet kind of engage for a moment as he's able to lift himself back up, and he has diamonds in his hands.
So it's 900. Let's go with 300 gold of diamond dust.
All right, he'll procure you diamond dust. Just be aware, I don't have many gems on me.
What else do I need? I can't afford the 5,000, so I can't do my plan.
What's your plan?
Okay. I was gonna try and summon Parallel Universe Octa.
Wait, with what?
8?
Oh. Yeah. Well, I think that works across dimensions.
No. So that's 1,200, right?
Yes, 1,200 so far.
I think that's, if he's got another 300 diamond, I'll take
does
that.
not.
Okay. Then that'll
He has
be
gems,
it for
he
me.
has rubies, sapphires, and emeralds if you need those for some reason.
I do not, but anything else interesting he's got on hand? Which I'm sure he'll excitedly tell me about.
Well,
Oh, he's...
Nothing really, honestly. It's there's a lot of things I do have, but nothing that would really be any equivalent to a legendary item. Well, except the one item that I showed you, but that's been procured. Well, seized is a better word, but it's the High Arcanist alerted me that she would have use of it, and considering the most recent events, she used her standing to procure it from me. It is currently in her possession.
Fair enough. I'm good.
Is that
anyone?
I mean, I have potions if you're looking for those.
Probably a good idea. What all the potions he got?
I've got a couple of greater healing potions available. I believe I have one superior that I procured not too long ago. I was able to finish brewing. He'll pull them out. As he pulls out the superior, it is a very large glass vial. Conk. Let me think. No? I have others, but they're not things I think it would be immediately useful to you.
How much for the potions?
For the graters, as some... I'll tell you what. I still do need to keep in business, but you are the heroes of this world at this point. De facto. I'll tell you what, I'll do 5,000 for everything. Typically the potion itself, the superior, is 5,000, but I'll do 5,000 for everything.
What? Party loot. Okay. There's a lot of channels in here.
Do you need to borrow from the bank of Gunther?
I mean, I'm checking to see how much party loot we have. How much,
How much, just
shared gold.
Just push it together, just mangle it, just...
How much shared gold we have? Looks like we have 247 gold.
Yeah, you guys don't have much shared gold. You guys have kind of been divvying that.
Alright, speaking of Daytona, will bring up 35 platinum,
Okay, so 350 gold.
which is all the platinum that
Did-
she had.
Did you give me Electrum?
I did give you Electrum at one point
Why?
because it was what you got from the drow.
How much is 66 Electrum
33
worth,
gold.
Eric?
33 gold.
Okay,
An Electrum piece is half a gold piece.
I'll put that forward because fuck Electrum. So I got 33 gold,
All right, so you guys
And,
are sitting at 388.
8 platinum.
468.
Anyone else wanna
Hey, Bank
help?
of Goo.
What do you need?
You want to fork over the rest?
I mean,
How
I can
much?
also fork over more. I just want it to be, you know.
How much am I forking over?
That's 4,000 something gold.
Yeah.
That's all my money.
I still have like 3,000 left. So we can go halvesies.
Alas, not Nathan, but Sushep is very absent-minded and has not yet followed up on actually how much gold Nathan has. So I
You're
should
getting
not contribute anything.
2,500.
Go ahead and let's just go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me first.
Get 2,500
15?
for me, Luke.
15. All right, so multiplying that by 100, you've 1,500 gold
Okay,
on top of whatever you had beforehand.
I think it was fairly small actually. Like what was
So-
left?
2,500 plus. Well, let me get my calculator again.
2,500 plus
Calculator.
468 is 2,968.
Man, I wanted to be rich. Israel doesn't care about money, but I do.
Daytona can offer up jewelry that she got
That could
during
work.
stuff at Swindon.
Mhm.
By eyeball, like she gauges it at 40 gold, but depending on what the merchant
Yeah.
has in mind.
Another 100.
Okay, so you're at 3,000 so far.
Let's see, 2,000 more.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion real quick.
Ezreal? Or
Whoever is offering the money.
Daytona, you're the
Nope,
expert.
who was doing it?
Oh, damn it.
You.
But I'm not the one offering jewelry.
We'll say
I
that's
mean,
a help action from Daytona.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, that's probably the best I'm gonna get. Yeah. 21.
21.
Right.
So as you guys are rummaging through, kind of collecting gold, you're like, okay, I have this much, Daytona's like, okay, I have jewelry, she'll put that down. As soon as the jewelry goes down, Mafi will just kind of reach his hand around the gold that's already there and just pass the potions to you.
What a nice guy. What a fucking Chad. This ain't no Lauren.
He'll take the money and put it away. Pleasure doing business.
Thank you, friend.
Of course. I just hope everything is going to work out.
Us too. Us too.
There's many things that could go wrong that I'm trying to keep out of my mind at this point. But, good luck to all of you. And
Thank you.
I do hope you'll be all right.
Same here.
Thank you. Your well wishes mean a lot.
Of course. After all, if you can't live your life positively, then there's really no point in living it.
We should absolutely stop and have a drink at some point after the world has not ended.
Oh, I certainly hope so, and I hope you all will join me.
Who wouldn't dream of missing it?
Well, I should think about closing the shop soon. It is getting late, and truth be told, I haven't eaten today. Bit of a busy day today. But he'll grab some things from behind the counter and begin making his way out. And I'll see you all out.
Late. Like Daytona's trying to like count time in her head. How long has it been since the true polymorph?
It's
Uh-oh.
so to walk to the shop to the market district from where you guys are. Were you guys going necessarily quickly, or were you just kind of taking a stroll?
I wasn't planning on going particularly quickly. Well, maybe we can better this. Like, oh my god, the shop's gonna close, so we gotta go.
Daytona, did you tell the person with keen mind that you needed to be reminded before an hour had passed?
Probably
No.
not.
No.
So first of all, Mafi's shop usually doesn't close this early. It closes a little after dusk.
Okay.
So as Daytona, as you're like, time to shoot. How much time has passed? You don't feel the polymorph spell anymore.
Oh no!
Takes about an hour's walk to get to the market.
And I will immediately rush out the door.
Daytona takes off.
Bye.
It's about an hour's walk to get to the market from your guys' house. Mafi will see you all out. Yeah, you guys all make your way back to the manor. Daytona, you're the first to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
You run through the house to the backyard where you see Hornet is currently laying down. Still a Pegasus.
Well, I guess it's my fault. At least nothing terrible happened tonight.
He looks over at you.
Hey, how you feeling? So you like being this? Yeah? That's not an answer. But I guess like most things, and it's something that I guess I also need to know is change takes a little bit longer than an hour, huh? Yeah. Well, how about this? Agreement between me and you. Once this is over, once all of this is over, no more end of the world, no more fights, no more craziness in either one of our lives. We can talk about if you still want to be a Pegasus.
He gets up at this point and comes over and just kind of rubs his head into you.
And here I am. The one thing I was worried about most was something may have been different if this happened, but you're still my bud. I'm glad you're here.
You guys spend a little bit of time as you all kind of reconvene. Nadia serves dinner for those of you who want it, even if it's just a small portion. She's prepared some boiled meats, not with some seasonings. It's nothing too lavish. Very, very, very simple dinner. With some ale or wine, depending on what you want to drink. All of you eventually, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do.
I will check out.
Disassociate.
Okay.
I will check on Goo.
Check on Goo. All right, you find Goo in the same sort of state as before. Is it that level of disassociation?
Technically, yes, but also I'm fully aware of what's going on.
So you kind of find Goo like doing his usual disassociation.
Hi, you feeling alright? Strange. Can you hear me?
I'll like slowly move around in some circles towards her, and then once I get up to her, I'm gonna like tap her a couple of times and just like nod my head yes.
I know. Okay.
No. Facts from the soul
Not that
that you've
I'm aware
noticed?
of.
Good. That's good. Do you need me to stay and keep an eye on you?
I mean, I like having you around, but
Alright then. If I'm not imposing on your activities. Good.
So Goo will go back to his little disassociation as you accompany him. Anything the rest of you want to do?
I will spend an hour attuning to the Rod of the Pact Keeper,
Right.
but I'm not attuning to the Iron Stone tonight. It's really obvious,
Yeah.
and also my pact weapon, like the not being able to be surprised
Yeah.
is probably more useful while there's any potential of an assassin coming, which I don't know.
So you go ahead and you'll attune to your Rod of the Pact Keeper. As you do so, it'll be because of the nature that you have with your patron. It really does feel like a more tangible connection as you attune, as opposed to most who would just kind of inherently know they do. It really feels like you've almost grown closer to your patron in a way. And it's just it's a warmth. It's both warm and a little off-putting. Just like, I don't. This is a new sensation I have to get used to. But you guys eventually all kind of make your way to rest. Take a moment. You're relaxing, laying down. Goo. As you're kind of laying there, relaxing and trying to get to rest, you will start to kind of feel sick.
oh no.
You kind of sit up as this wave of nausea starts to hit you. And your vision almost kind of begins to start to tunnel. Like the edges of your vision are starting to grow fuzzy. And you eventually just lose, not even able to stand up in the moment, just right over the side of the bed, just lose everything onto the floor. And then as you're doing so, you kind of start to feel this lump traveling up your throat.
Oh.
Do I hear this?
It's pretty late in the night. What's your passive perception?
At 22.
I'd say yeah.
I'll get up and I'll just kind of start patting him on the back.
So Goo, as you're kind of heaving and you feel it's like a giant rock coming out of your throat. You, and as you finally release it, you guys will all watch. You two will watch as there is a mote of light that just rockets itself out of Goo.
What? It's strange.
Before it'll just kind of fade and disappear.
Do you feel better?
Ah!
Out.
I'll take that as a... I don't know how to take that, actually.
I assume I'm in a decent amount of pain.
You're not only in a decent amount of pain, but as you kind of you lean up, there is a... after, like, you really let it go, when you burp, it, like, comes back somehow? Just that it burps, and you watch as there is another flash of energy that comes out of Goo's mouth.
Well done, I just let it out.
I think I'm good. I'm gonna clean this up really quick.
Alright, so you guys will spend the next little bit of time cleaning up. Goo, there's a couple of close calls as you're cleaning, but for the most part you're able to hold it together well enough.
I'll put some sort of receptacle by his side of the bed.
These guys. Now, relaxing. Go back to sleep.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say just before Nathan goes to sleep, he would do the quick phone call back home, including, I have these items now.
Yeah.
If I they're not mine, they should go back to, sort of thing.
Gotcha. Daytona, as it kind of starts to enter early morning, maybe around 4 or 5 o'clock, you start to kind of lull a bit in your sleep. And then you kind of have to start wincing as this almost like this light that's just getting shown into your, or shined. Is it shown or shined? I actually don't know. It's shown, right?
Shown? I think it's shown.
Light shown in your eyes. Is that correct? Is that right terminology?
I think so.
It's usually shown.
Shown. Okay.
What do I look like? An English major?
No, but Sushep is, right? Sushep, you know everything.
Yeah.
It's just like this bright light that gets shown in your eyes. It's like slowly, like, annoying you enough that it's starting to rouse you. It's up to you if you want to acknowledge it or just fight it and go back and try to sleep still.
I'm trying to debate, like, how...
Yeah. How would your character react to you? There's a light being shown in your eyes. You can feel yourself waking up. You're kind of entering that lucid dream state where you're like, I know that I'm asleep and there's something trying to wake me up, but I can try to fight it.
Just because it seems funny and also makes sense for Daytona, there is definitely a moment where her hand is going to go over her face to cover for the light, but of course, because it's a slap, forces her away.
Crap. Alright, so you...
So Yeah, it's one of those like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake. As you kind of eyes gently open, you look over and you catch the very end, because of just the nature of waking up, you catch the very end of the glow from your artifact ceasing.
Hmm.
Now with it being the artifact, is it in neutral form? Like, is it in that
Yeah, because right
weird
now
shape?
you're not holding it. Yeah, it's currently back in its little cube form.
Does it look off? Or
And you pick it up and you look at it, and doesn't seem like anything's off about it. Nothing's damaged. Although, because you're still attuned to it, as you pick it up, it starts to materialize into the blade and armor. And as you kind of...
wait, hold it.
Yeah.
All right,
All
well,
you have
I
to
guess
do is just tell
it's
it
just
to
a...
go back, and it's fine. But as you kind of take a moment, doesn't seem like the blade is damaged at all, and it doesn't seem like the armor is damaged at all. And as you kind of concentrate again, it goes back to its cube form without problem.
I swear this. I've seen something like this before. Have I? Just a few moments to think about if I've seen other artifacts do this before, and I'm not sure Daytona has.
Make a history check.
So,
Make a history check.
history. I can hear my own dice rolling. This is fucked. 10 plus 2, 12.
It's not a very hard DC. Yes, Daytona's seen this happen one other time. This happened when you guys were approached by that shadowed being who was attempting to negotiate with you. Ezreal's artifact started to glow intensely for a moment, and then it stopped completely. And then you recall the figure saying, "Oh, it seems like we don't have much time. It seems like it's not going to be much longer."
Oh. Oh. Fuck! Trying to immediately get dressed.
All right, so you get up and you kind of you do like the I'm late for work. I have 2 minutes to catch the bus. You're like pants like jumping pants on, shirt on. But you are awake. It's roughly maybe like 4:30 in the morning. So the sun hasn't even come up at this point.
I guess I may as well ask. Did I get
Yes, you would have
full
gotten, you would have
rest?
gotten a long rest. Yeah, you would have gotten at least 6 hours, which a long rest could be
Okay.
8 hours of sleep or 6 hours and 2 hours light activity.
Ooh.
Which is that's how rest
Special
work.
good
That's
day.
why you can be awake for 2 hours and still get your benefits.
Alright. Fix that up, and I'll set up my weapon armor.
Yeah,
As
you grab it, and
if you have
just with a thought, it materializes. You can change the properties of it if you'd like to.
well, that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what I'm gonna work with here. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the +2 armor, +1 rapier.
Okay, sounds good.
It's just better damage than otherwise.
So we're just waiting.
Fire and
Stop muting yourself, Luke.
what's the other?
I'm vaping. Leave me alone.
Your baby.
Like, if you still want to continue the story, go for it. I'm just trying to pick out.
You're in control at this point.
You're the story.
You're the only one awake.
Oh shit!
Except
I'm
for
the only
Ezreal,
one
who's
awake.
in
Oh
Boo's room
god!
and has no idea what's
Dude,
going
you
on.
wanna
Okay.
narrate me and Ezreal spooning?
Yeah.
I'll
I
be
just
able-
assumed that I do it by accident in the minute, like sleeping, and she's just like, "Aight."
Well, I mean, Ezreal,
Pretty much.
Ezreal, you've done your meditation at this point. You've been awake for a while.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll let it keep happening.
Yeah, so I guess next move after setting up damages and otherwise, which I'll do later, get out of the room, try to see if anyone else is awake.
You open the door into a still house, or into a still manor.
Which one's Ezreal's? Which one's Ezreal's? That one.
All right, you go over to
I'll
Ezreal's
just-
room and you give a quick knock, and you open the door, and she's not in her room.
Fuck. Okay.
In fact, it doesn't even look. In fact, it doesn't even. She looks like she's been in here for the night, as everything is still like put away and pristine. The bed doesn't even look touched.
Has to be downstairs. Running
Run
downstairs.
Look around.
And I will say, this is breastplate, so as I am running, I'm not entirely sure whether or not. Well, it's up to Eric.
Is it breastplate or half plate?
It is. I believe it is breastplate. If I set it up right.
14, half plate is the stronger one.
Okay, then it might have been half plate then.
Okay.
It's medium
so,
armor.
Yeah. I'll say, Ezreal, because you are awake, you will have heard a quick set of knocks, just a quick, because you and Goo's room are pretty close together. Followed by an opening, followed by a very quiet fuck, and then a pattering of footsteps that were heading downstairs.
Okay, I'll kind of get up gently so as not to wake Goo. I'll head downstairs.
All right, so you do the tuck and roll.
Yeah.
From Friends.
I don't know, friends.
You hug him, roll him over, and then you let him go.
Alright.
Oh, you can just get up.
Making your way outside and downstairs, you will see Daytona is running back from checking the living room.
Thank you. You're here. Grab shoulders.
What's going on?
We don't have time. My artifact did the thing that your thing did, and it might not be good.
I mean, it's exalted.
No, not. No, we already did the. At least I assume it did the thing because it's weird. But no, it did the flashing light thing, and then it disappeared, and then it did. It's the bad thing. The bad thing that the demon talked to you about with. Just trust me.
Am I able to parse out what he's talking about?
Intelligence check, Ezra.
No.
Make it history. It'll be history since she is trying to recount events that happened in the past. Which, by the way, if you're looking at Daytona, the boots aren't laced up at all. Like her shirt is haphazardly leading to one side. So one of her pant legs is a little higher than the other.
24.
24, easy enough for you to realize it when she says the bad thing, the bad glowing thing. You've seen this happen 2 other times.
That's not good. It's not good. Hang on.
Not good. No, bad. It's bad time. Bad.
Yeah. I will then proceed to wake up Goo.
All right. So, Goo, as you were having a dreamless sleep of being comfy, at least even slightly, Ezra, you will feel a hand grab onto you and shake you. You will have gotten a long rest, though it is not as fulfilling a rest as you would have wanted.
Damn.
Good morning. We might
Good morning.
have an emergency.
Great.
As you fully wake up, Goo, you realize the sun hasn't even risen yet.
Is it a wait 2 more hours, possibly emergency, or?
I don't know. You know, that thing that happens when the artifacts glow?
Yeah.
That happened to Daytona's.
Isn't that good?
Not good. Not good.
Um. Oh, like the bad glowing
The bad
the one
glowing, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Fuck. Right.
Alright.
Um. Yeah, just give me a minute.
Alright, I'll go wake up Pastor Florence.
Alright. So you go ahead and make your way upstairs, Israel, to the third floor of the manor. Knock on Aster's door. Takes a moment before you'll hear some pattering, and you'll see Aster open the door. No mask on, just the same like deadpan, annoyed look at you. Wearing sleeping attire, but it's not too different from what they normally wear. And he'll say, "What is it?
Bad glowing thing.
Can you be a bit more descriptive?"
When the artifacts glow, and it's not a good thing, it's a bad thing. That's happening now
And this
with
can't wait for 2 more hours.
Daytona's.
And this can't wait for 2 more hours.
That's what Goose said.
Great.
Ah,
I'll be down in a moment. Close the
good.
door.
Was nice talking to you. I'll go back downstairs.
Alright, so are you waking up anyone else or just the four of you?
Just the four of us for now.
Okay. So Nathan, you still get to enjoy your cozy bed sheets and the warmth of the bed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll wake up Nathan.
Nathan, as you were having a dream about a lovely time categorizing flowers, getting the ability to see them again and breed them again, you will hear. You wake up to realize, oh, it's just a comfy bed.
Hello?
Hang on, she's sneezing. Ezreal is sneezing outside your door at the moment, unable to answer.
I'll sort of half get up and open the door just in case the person's trying to be very, very polite.
Yep, so you go ahead and you open the door. And you'll
I'm
see
figuring I'm
Ezreal.
probably in like a very long shirt that goes down pretty far.
Like nightgown kind of situation.
Basically, like someone else just has like a large shirt and I'm just wearing it like a night robe.
The thing is like I feel like people forget that nightgowns used to be what men wore.
Yes.
Like that was the thing men would wear to bed.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where I don't know that he would have like 100% brought one along with him because he was expecting more on the road travel where he'd just be wearing his normal clothing. So for relaxing, safe environment, borrowed shirt.
Yep. So you see Nathan will come wearing a shirt that is acting as a nightgown for him.
Good morning. I hope you slept well.
As again realizing the sun's not even risen yet.
Very well, but your face does look troubled.
Yes, bad things are happening. I don't know how much context you have for this. We can explain when we all meet up downstairs. It has to do with the artifacts and a glowing and a bad thing.
Okay. Should I be well armed, or is this more of portent thing?
More of a matter of discussion, I'd say.
Okay.
Be right there.
So as you make your way downstairs, eventually you will see Goo come down. Very tired, half dressed.
Nah, I'd be dressed.
All right, fully dressed. You'll see Aster in his mask as usual. Though just from the demeanor alone and the walk, you can tell that he's very tired. He's slouched over a little bit. You see Ravioli's perched on his shoulder as usual. Nathan eventually will come down as well. And all of you will meet in the living room, which has now become the war room. Alright, so...
The warming room.
So the artifacts started glowing again.
Yes.
That was quicker than I was hoping for.
That's why I was afraid that maybe this wouldn't be able to wait for 2 hours. My apologies, by the way. Just want to make sure we get on this as soon as possible.
Alright, then what do we do? Can't just go to Tremor right now and stop him from doing what he's doing.
You're right. I'm not sure what our next course of action is, to be honest. Just try and gather our forces.
Well, what was that then? We have the people upstairs. We could call Talon and Ezekiel.
Right.
But
The headmaster?
Well, that makes 12. We could talk to the Emperor, but again, I don't, like Malteris said, I don't know if he'd be willing to fight a 3-front war.
Oh god. You remember in Skyrim?
Skystead?
You remember in Skyrim when we have to call the Stormcloaks and the Empire, and we have the big meeting room in the Greybeard's house
I didn't
to
play
try and
Skyrim.
negotiate a peace treaty?
I didn't play Skyrim, but sure.
You
I
don't
didn't
think we're
even
gonna
know that
have
was
to
an
do that?
option.
You don't think we're gonna have to do that?
Between the Empire and
I feel like we probably could, at least if it's under the circumstance of, hey, you guys want to not die?
I think we're gonna have to.
The Empire might have some people they could spare for a short time, and if we're talking to the others first, that would give us more of a timeline that might make negotiating with the Emperor easier. Being able to say exactly this amount of time is when we need them.
Right, a momentary truce. Try and... God, this... God damn it.
If the world ends, it's sort of moot who wins the war, isn't it? Surely they're aware of this.
Right. So, once it's at a reasonable hour, maybe we can talk to the Emperor and see how he feels about it. Maybe you can, Daytona?
I could try.
You seem to be the most, forward of all of us.
Almost forward, but also I have ways of honeying words when they need it to be.
Exactly.
The Arctrude's gonna be too busy to do anything, is she?
I do think that it's worth asking her, giving her the chance to say now if she has other concerns. Although being able to say, again, for this length of time only, might help quite a bit with our position there.
I still believe that if Ezreal, you send a sending message to the White Dragon King, just let them tell them where I am, and by me I mean Tremor. It would at least cause some level of chaos on the battlefield. It would absolutely mess people up. And yeah, it'd be a risk, but it would be something.
I'll keep that in mind. There's a chance that he doesn't even know that the artifact's gone.
Say that.
I love that reaction.
There's no way.
This is how Nathan discovers that you stole the artifact from a dragon.
Yeah. So Nathan, as you're listening to this conversation, you hear those exact words ring out. What is your reaction in the moment?
He's sort of looking back and forth, and he does that like very funny joke, and then it rapidly dies as he realizes, no, there's no reason for them to joke about this. This is just how things are. There's just how things are and how we react to them. So that's a thing. All right.
Yeah,
Moving on.
See that,
Listen, when the world's ending.
he's gonna go like, that is the reason why we can't joke. That is the reason.
Listen, when the world's ending, you do what you have to do.
This is not criticism.
This is not criticism.
Yeah, I could talk with the Emperor. I could try to give something. But I think the other part would be trying to wrangle up the other of the two that kind of maybe don't hate us.
Right. The other two?
I have completely forgotten what the name was.
Of the other militaries? Because one
Yeah.
of them absolutely hates us, because that's Tremor's place.
No, not them. The
There's
other
a
one.
side Tremor military that doesn't hate us so bad.
That's true.
God damn it! This is why I can't take notes.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Emperor
talking about as well.
Day Hippo Lore Alpha.
Is it the Daywalkers?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that's what you guys have been talking about.
Have we ever
You have not
heard of or
I have not been paying attention.
no leadership? That's what I figured. I was like,
No, you know that there's a leader, but you've never met him. You've met
that's what I figured.
You've met a member of their council, but you have not met the overarching leader.
Do we know who this is?
No, you guys have never even asked.
It's probably a good plan of action.
You guys have never even asked.
You're
so we talked to.
you're gonna be putting in some work today, Dayton.
Great.
But that was to me, and I was like, I always put in work. Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Begin some dice exercise.
Alright. So you guys go ahead
Bye.
and...
Garbo.
So you guys just gonna stay awake? You're gonna make breakfast?
I'll make breakfast. I'll help her make
All
breakfast.
three of you will go to the kitchen while Daytona sits in the dining room waiting for breakfast.
Oh no,
No,
but like,
she's our entertainment.
with the extra time, I'm sure Daytona's eventually going to realize, oh fuck my boots, oh fuck my shirt.
Yeah. Fix everything. Alright. The three of you working together produce a rather tasty breakfast.
Yay.
As you guys are taking time, you guys will hear footsteps. And they make their way, not into the kitchen, but make their way towards the living area.
I'm in the kitchen.
I'm in the kitchen.
Daytona, you're the only one who hears this then. It's up to you if you want to do anything. It's nothing big. Oh, I think Jordan froze.
Jordan.
There
Jordan!
he is.
Spacing out. Sorry.
You just
What
heard
are we
someone come downstairs and head towards the living area.
I will go there.
You make your way over. You can see that in the time it's taken for conversation and the cooking, the sun is barely beginning to crest as the windows in the living area are opened. And you will see Jeremy. No shirt on, a loose set of pants on, currently in the process of stretching and of just moving his body in different positions. In a modern sense, he is doing sunrise yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, he does not take notice of you. He's just kind of taking a moment to himself, not realizing anyone is awake at this time. Just relaxing.
This is absolutely going to be stupid, but I will take advantage of it if it works. I will attempt to creep up behind Jeremy.
Make a stealth check.
Mm-hmm. Watch me immediately fail. Yeah, that is, oh, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. 13?
13? His passive perception's a bit better than that. So he'll kind of arms up, relaxing, and then he'll kind of stop for a moment, look back. Oh. Hi there.
Well, shit. Alright.
What are you doing up?
They ruined, my plan? Oh, nothing, just contemplating about, I don't know, the next week. Because, if my artifact is right, we don't have time anymore.
He continues doing his stretches and poses and says, well, that's not... Huh. Better gonna move on then, huh? Would you care to join me in the moment, though?
No.
You sure? It's very relaxing.
She's a lesbian.
He is a friend asking if you want to join him for yoga. What the fuck is wrong with that?
Well, I mean, first thing I'm going to do is, tap the half plate. I don't exactly have the wear, and the other part is, I am, no, appreciate it, but no.
Very well.
Just when you're done doing as you do, could you tell your other friends that we might need to have a conversation?
Oh, they'll be up later. They'll be up probably when the sun rises. So about 20 minutes. We wake up pretty early.
Good.
We wake up pretty early. I just get up a little earlier than they do. And he'll continue just kind of doing his exercises.
Hell yeah.
As you guys finish, it's a very, very, very filling, very, very delicious meal for breakfast. As you guys are finishing, you will hear footsteps coming downstairs. Entering the dining area, you will see Nadia, Xander, and Matthew come in.
Morning, breakfast.
Nadia says, "Good morning. Good morning. You all are up earlier tonight. I was going to be assuming that I would be making some breakfast this morning."
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we had problems, so we have to be up. It's wonderful. I
Right.
love it.
Well, that's not the news I was hoping to hear today, but sure, if breakfast is served, let's have a discussion. Where's Jeremy? Has he woken up yet? Until at this point you would have rejoined them. And Jeremy will come
Hello.
over.
Hi. Who are you asking for? What?
Jeremy will come over, shirt on, no mask though, and he'll say, "Hi, sorry, this is just taking care of some stuff." And he'll sit down with y'all. All right, so I heard bad news. Daytona told me that there was a situation going on.
Explain.
Okay. So as you all kind of serve breakfast out, Sam will say, "Great, so we're in even more of a time crunch."
Yes. And I have an idea. I don't know how well it's going to work, but it's an idea.
That is.
If we want extra help in fighting Tremor, maybe if the Empire and the Daywalkers did not fight, but instead had a truce.
Look, my thing...
Temporarily.
I mean, it's the best course of action. Whether or not they listen to logic is a whole different situation. I'm all for them stopping this stupidity and working together. We have other matters at hand, but I don't know how receptive they'll be.
Maybe they don't have to be.
What do you mean?
Back when I was doing my thing and watching over villagers, a lot of them did not get along, but when I tried to resolve problems, I could make them aware of the problems, and even if they, in the moment, didn't want to listen to me, if they saw something going on afterwards, they kind of understood. So even if we just alert the Daywalkers that, something's going to happen, even if they don't care what we have to say in the moment, maybe when all blows up, they'll at least, try.
Could be. Maybe even if we don't work out a temporary treaty, they'll know they can't go on like this if the world's done. I guess the first step would be at least asking the Emperor what he thinks.
Well, I mean, I presume he's not too far from waking up. I don't know if the palace is still on lockdown, though. It might be difficult to get an audience.
Might be, but we have to try, right?
No sense in not. It was really good, by the way.
Everything's better when we all work together.
Oh, trust me, I understand how hard it is to keep that optimism up.
Well, no, it's the truth. We'll solve this by working together, right?
They solves this even if they don't want to
Why are you clapping?
cooperate.
It's nothing else I could do.
Look, in the worst case scenario, if they choose not to cooperate, we'll figure it out. The key to all this is we have to get to Trema. We have quite a few at our back without the Empire. And I'm sure you have more allies. If we need to, we can make plans to make our way to him without needing the aid of the Empire, but just because of the dangers that you've talked about, it would be very useful to have an army with us. But again, if we have to, then I'm sure we can manage it with who we have available.
I certainly hope so.
So the better we have, the better, and the more we have, the better of a chance we have, because I'm pretty sure we only get one shot at this.
Manner of speaking, yes.
Jeremy said, "Well, I'll have to get in contact with the squad that you brought here. They left a while ago to kind of find a place of their own, at least for the time being.
They knew they were welcome here,
A
right?
little too cramped. It's a big place, but it's not 15 people big."
Fair enough.
I'm sure they'll be back at some point once they've. And if they're not back already, then they figured out their housing situation. But yeah, we'll figure something out. If you guys are gonna go speak to the Emperor, then I think that it's only fair that we at least try to begin plans on how we can start this if we don't have them. And getting in contact with your friends might be a good idea.
There's an Estriel.
Yeah, it's I don't know. You can't help but feel like one of you is the only one of you that has that ability. It's a real oversight on the team's part.
I thought you were gonna say more stuff that wasn't about me. That's why I didn't do it yet.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll I'll get to work after, and he'll kind of just finish up his breakfast. I'll get to work, see what I can do. Though without a layout of Zythan, it makes it difficult for us to really be able to formulate anything. But I'll get to work. Get up and stretch. Hey, and Daytona. Next time, you're free to join me. It's no problem. I'm gonna walk off.
Well, I know which one of them has my other sending stone.
I think you guys gave it to.
Even if I gave it to somebody, it could have shifted hands at some point. I just wouldn't know.
I think you gave it to Ezekiel? Because he was the one that wasn't, easily reached?
No, I gave it to one of them.
Oh, one of them. Oh, you gave it to, Nadia.
Gander? Nadia.
You gave it to Nadia.
I'm gonna lean down, kind of the other side of the table, pull it out. It's like, I think they're fucking.
She'll grab her stone and say, not as plainly. Probably not. And was this really the best use of your one-time only spell for the day?
I can't talk back, can I?
You can. You're right across the table from each other.
I'm gonna look at her, shrug, and just.
Just gonna smack on the arm.
Yeah, so it's after that.
They recharge at dawn.
All right, so oh my goodness, hang on. Okay, people are just being way too loud out there. Because it's loud and I have headphones on, so I can't even imagine how loud it is going into the microphone.
Yeah, not really.
Okay, so as you guys kind of situate yourself, the rest go to join Jeremy in the war room / living area. The rest of you are free to. Oh, go ahead. Who are you calling?
Call Talon.
Call Talon. All right. What are you saying?
I think we're ready to. Hold on. We're not ready.
I think we are ready to. Oh, hold on. We're not ready. No, it's okay.
I think we're ready to make preparations for our encounter with trauma. We don't have a lot of time.
Is that all?
We have 9 more left. If you need it.
Make your way. They know we live here, right?
Yeah.
Make your way here as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. So it takes a moment, as it's still early. Like even for you guys, this would be early. Town will say. All right. I'll grab my stuff. I'll be there soon. I'll let the others know as well. At least people who want to be there. God, breakfast sounds great right about now. And that's the end of the message.
Good.
Alright, so that's one person alerted, and potentially many others alerted, because he's going to tell people.
Yeah.
And they'll tell 2 friends, and they'll tell 2 friends.
Who's all on the phone tree list?
I don't know who's all on the phone tree list.
I'm asking the party.
Mom.
Mom, I'll call Ma'am.
Okay, call Ma'am.
Call Ma'am.
Seeing how many characters will have to roleplay now.
Call Ma'am.
Daytona is still offering the emergency white dragon button.
Esther just kind of hand on the face while she's on the phone. Call Ma'am. Called Elf family. Let's see if they're
What?
willing to help.
The Drow household, okay.
Yeah.
I'll hold.
Gerald. If not, alert Dad.
Okay.
Mafi's right there. What about who else should I call, guys?
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say don't call Mafi, even though we kind of know Mafi's
Buff as fuck, surprisingly.
thoughts on fighting. Yeah.
Have you just completely forgotten?
The headmaster.
Well, he's with Talon.
That's fair.
I look through some notes.
Captain Kova.
Good call, Captain Kova.
Yeah, why not?
You have a locks up to.
Isn't
Oh
he in the
God.
basement?
Just clear. Could you call Sprinkles?
You could.
I'll try, yeah.
I don't think she likes us very much.
5. Ezekiel.
For some reason I assumed he would be with Talon.
When has
Okay,
Ezekiel
yeah, call
ever
Ezekiel.
been with he wanders.
When you guys found me, he was with Talon.
Oh yeah, when he was 5 years old.
Yeah, when they were baby.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, when he
Not
was 5 years old.
I'm not sure if the Drunken Monk Order is still active.
They
And-
fucking died.
They died, Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna follow it up by the worst decision of seeing if Nakak is around, and no, he's not.
Wouldn't answer, even if he was.
I'm not gonna call him.
Good.
Alright. That's 6 so far. Let's burn those spell slots early.
I wish these bro spell slots.
The Archdruid really isn't a bad bet.
Yeah.
Even being able to say, it
Wow.
looks like the
She's already on the
Painting's here.
list.
Yeah, we got 6 so far. Is there anyone else? There's from Volok's backstory. I don't know if you want to call him, but there's Vulcan.
Sure. I'll call
He
Vulcan.
did say that he'd be available if you need his help.
Yeah, I'll call Vulcan.
Okay.
I forgot about them.
No, it's totally fine. I figured you had. Who? There's someone you want her to call?
I mean, you're already calling my mom, so.
I thought you thought of someone. I thought you thought of someone.
Oh no, somebody sent me a picture of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit, but he's Sephiroth, and I want to kill myself now.
What the fuck? There's the Kumadowa.
They do not like you very much.
They
You
don't like
abandoned
us.
them in their time.
They're not very bright to begin with, though.
Yeah.
Are you calling me a little Polish accent back out?
Okay, cool.
Because you know the blessings of rental. It's my favorite character I've ever voiced. I love the Kuatoa.
That's all I'm seeing in my notes.
That's fine. If that's all you want to contact, that's all you can contact.
I don't know. I feel like we're missing people.
We probably are. By the way, Osiris. I forgot about that.
That's Everon.
Yeah, Osiris Everon. That's a cool
his
name.
was Osiris.
Andrus?
Andrus.
Yeah, it's call Andrus.
Okay.
Stays in Hoff, but we're already contacting the family, so that's good enough.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Alright, is that all you're gonna contact?
For now, if I think of anyone else, I'll let you know.
All right, go ahead. Let's start with Archdruid lady. Yes, we are
Eric!
playing all of this. Is this any different from you contacting people on the regular?
Hang on. Let me
Oh.
write a script.
As Ezreal writes a script.
Hello, we're trying to reach you about Tremor's extended not life warranty. You're all going to die. Thank you.
We're calling today to talk to you about the end of the world. To speak
Your
to
credit card is in big no-no.
It really is sounding like a stock. We're calling you about your car's extended warranty.
Warranty.
We need to move against Tremor and need your help. If you can, make your way to the Empire as soon as possible. How many words was that?
Say it again.
We need to move against Tremor and need your help. If you can, make your way to the Empire as soon as possible.
23 words.
Thank you.
All right.
Is that a good script? Does that sound too impersonal?
Is up to you.
You could add hello name.
Hello, insert name here.
Okay.
Hello, Mama Goo.
Hello, MILF. Please tell me that sounds okay. I hate talking on the phone.
Hello,
I hate
MILF.
talking on the phone. This is like a translation of that.
Hello, insert male or female name here.
Hello,
I get phone anxiety. It's all right.
All right.
Does it sound good? Tell me if it sounds fine.
That sounds perfectly
Yes.
reasonable. Look, there's no social script for the world is ending. Now, please help. Send your
Alright.
best. Much love.
So who are you messaging first?
It's Mama Goo first.
Okay. So you message the Archdruid with your script. She'll respond. Okay. I'll do my best to get as many as I can. Where in the Empire do you want us to meet you? That's what you get back.
Fuck, I didn't think about that. That's why I ain't talking on the phone.
So you have another sending spell.
You
Well-
also, yeah, you can't tell us that they said that. Well,
Yeah,
or you
can.
could.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Rosewood Manor? Is that what we called it?
The Rosewood Manor. Sure. That's what you can tell them. So you can tell them. And give them
If you need to save the spell slot, I could also just call on my end and say, hey, could you let the Archdruid know to send people to this location?
Okay.
Alright.
Like,
Yeah, sure. So you want to have Nathan give the directions?
Yeah.
Okay. So Nathan, you'll send to your wife, and she'll respond. Yes, of course. I'll be sure she gets it immediately. I'll head out now. Okay. So the Archdruid, as to your knowledge, has been informed as to where to go.
Okay. I changed this up a bit. We need to move against Tremor and need your help. If possible, make your way to the Rosewood Manor in Empire as soon as possible.
Sure, we'll go with that. Next question's gonna be, where's Rosewood Manor?
Just ask for directions. Just ask anybody in the Empire. We'll help you figure it out.
Okay, so who are you contacting next?
We should have made a list. Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, okay. Sending him your script. Alright. Fine. I'll be there. It'll take me a moment, but I'll be there. Later today. Why are you calling this early?
Don't respond.
I'm not gonna
It's
respond.
funnier that way.
I got the spell slots, so we got
So Ezekiel and the Archdruid have been contacted. Who's next?
I also Talon. I also
You already
called
did
Talon. Alright, Talon, Milf, Ezekiel.
Captain Kova, I know, is an option.
Yeah, Kova.
Is that who you're
They
gonna
don't
message?
do they know
No.
what do they know? They
They
don't
where
know.
you are. They know you're in the
They-
Empire. But they never been to your house.
They're kind of not super useful in this situation. It was just a suggestion.
Well, we'll keep that on the back burner. So Talon, Milf, Ezekiel. Then
So
it
tell him
was
Ezekiel.
the family. Yeah, family.
Okay, so you're contacting. So are you just making the list, or are you contacting these people now?
Contacting.
Okay. So if you're gonna message the Drow household,
The mom.
the mom, she'll say, some more better forewarning would have been appreciated, but I'll make sure our forces are ready. Let me know when you plan the attack. That's what you get back.
Okay. Who's next, lads?
Also, you say Captain Cove is not useful. He has a ship.
There's like 5 pirates. We're going up against like Satan.
All right,
It's a
Kova.
transport
Yes,
method,
if we
however.
need it. Yeah.
It is an additional transport method because, you know, armies don't tend to be able to mass teleport.
All right, Kova. Captain Kova's next.
Okay, send him your scripts. I'll
Hey,
say,
can you pick up some bitches and bring them to our house?
all right. It'll take time. We're currently opposite side of the continent, but we'll begin sailing there. Expect a week.
We're gonna call Sprinkles. I'm not gonna use the script. I'm gonna go, hi Sprinkles, how are you doing? You still evil? No, you still working with Trema?
Is that all you say?
Yeah.
There is no response.
Okay.
Girls died in a horrible tire fire.
Okay, Sprinkles. Okay, Talon, Milf, Ezekiel, family.
You just call
Kova.
her MILF. You don't call her by her name. She's MILF.
It's faster. And Sprinkles.
I'm surprised we haven't joked that the royal family's last name is MILF.
Daylor MILF.
Daylor Dilf.
I was more thinking of Alf. The
Aradasha Milf.
you know, the puppet. The alien puppet.
I would fucking pay to watch that.
Okay. Anyone else can we think of? We can at the moment.
There's just someone who was mentioned. I have no idea if you know her or if she'd be amenable to it, but the High Arcanist, I guess, who like took the legendary item.
She's in she's working in the Emperor. We could just go see her.
But I mean, like, okay, that works.
Yeah.
As you were sitting there and pondering who to message next, Ezreal, there will be a flash of energy outside. And you will hear a knock.
I'll answer the door.
No, you're not. You're gonna be focused on your phone. I'm gonna be the one doing it.
I need a break.
You will. Okay, so who's answering? Doesn't matter, but who's answering?
But let her answer. It's fine.
All right. So Daytona, you go to the door, and you will see standing there, Talon. Alongside him is Penley Roscoe, the half-orc magician, and the Headmaster Everon. As well as you kind of peek back, you will see currently attempting to scramble his supplies together, as his arms are full, Lauren Leonor.
Yes!
Cool. Come in. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Just morning to you. We're currently calling people. If you'd like to come in and maybe get.
Make your way inside.
Hang on a minute. Do we have more breakfast?
Nathan
for-
will start getting something together.
Like,
Hors d'oeuvres.
So now Nathan knows where things are in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. So you guys who know the people can talk to them, and he who doesn't can make stuff.
It's good to you'll see the four of them walk in. And it's good to see you all. Also good to see you guys.
Good to see you too. How have you been?
Others will introduce themselves rather quickly and say, that hit and miss with some situations, but we're here and we're ready to help however we can. And Lauren will kind of say, "You could have given me more notice. I wasn't able to grab nearly enough things from my shop."
Well, I mean...
Yes, it's fine. End of the world takes precedence, I suppose.
Right.
Well, the headmaster will say, luckily we have many skilled mages that are able to oversee the repairs of Karana and oversee the school in my absence. But I hope that we plan to make our move soon.
Yes.
Good.
Captain, do I know if they know Captain Kova?
Yeah, they've worked with him before.
Okay. Kova and his crew will be around in a week.
Oh, that's good to know. It's very good to know, actually. Though I don't know if his ship will be able to transport this many individuals, and I presume there's more coming.
There is. So we've called the Archdruid, Ezekiel. I didn't.
We've called Milf? I'm sorry, who?
We've called Ezekiel, and we've called a Kova, obviously, and a Drow noble family.
You were gonna call Vulcan, but it's up to you now if it's still a thing you want to do.
Yeah, I'll call Vulcan.
Alright, so he'll respond and say, we're close, actually. We'll be there by day's end.
And we've called some of Vlog's family. And anyone else you can think of.
Did you get into contact with Andrus? He'd be helpful.
Andrus. Well, now.
Alright. Sending out your message, you'll get a response. Says, okay. I think I can. If I'm quick about it, I can be there a couple of days. Unless you want to send someone to fetch me. It's that urgent.
Well, we're waiting on a week for someone else. So, as soon as you can get here, that's fine.
I'll be there soon. Gig said, couple of days. Stop chewing on your mechanical pencil, Luke.
I'm thinking.
At this point, Nathan will come out and begin serving hors d'oeuvres. Thank you. Anyone else you want to call?
No one I can think of at the moment.
Okay. So as you are all sat at the dining table, enjoying your hors d'oeuvres, and discussing, might be a good time to call it. It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah?
Yeah, might be. I think.
I was definitely curious whether or not we were going to go ahead and start off toward the Empire gates or not.
Chris, do you work today?
Nope.
Okay. So then
that-
I'm a bit hungry. So how about we'll go ahead and take a decent intermission here.
Perfect.
Does anyone have anything that they have to do? Anything that's going on today that's like we can't go for too long?
No?
Jordan?
The sous chef does.
Second game that I have for this weekend. But I can stick around for another hour if need be.
It was gonna be a pretty lengthy intermission because I want to go get the food and then I have to eat and.
Well.
Yeah. How about we'll say you guys are making preparations to begin heading towards the gates.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and then
That's
we'll go ahead and call it here just because you have everything and I don't know if Suship has something that he's doing today. Plus, it gives David an opportunity to be back and participate.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go ahead and pick this up next Saturday. And until then, everything is downstairs. All our links for YouTube and Discord. Join our Discord. Come tell us we suck at D&D.
Also, join your Discord to say, hey, why aren't you active on your Discord?
Yeah, come say, hey, be more active on your Discord. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. And good night, everyone.
Night, everybody.